I'm just not going to be in the mood to do it. I can't do 2 videos. What's up, guys? It's Sean here with the Sean Daily Football Channel. And today, as I move the computer closer to me, we have for you a bit of a joint episode. I'm going to do the review for the games in this past weekend and the preview for the games coming up, because we just have so many games happening all at once and everything's going off. And yeah, just going to do it that way because that's what we're going to do. And everybody's going to be okay with it and nobody's going to complain. And it's going to be totally fine. Because great weekend of games, a lot of great results, a lot of unique, interesting things happening. And let's kind of, just without further ado, go through it all. We're going to start out in the London Stadium with West Ham and Southampton. I don't have reasons to say what happened to this game because I honestly don't know how West Ham let this happen. Some of the players in the West Ham side are playing some atrocious football, like some really bad football, and it's getting to the point where it's just kind of like, all right, son. On the flip side, Southampton kind of just got pretty much every chance they had went in. The XG out of this game was 1.5 to 1.3 to West Ham, which kind of tells you a story. Not all of it. Southampton their chances were mainly shots from outside the box and kind of getting lucky a little bit. One of the goals was an absolute gorgeous goal. James Ward-Prowse, well done, son. But fantastic result for Southampton, obviously. Pretty much, I'm going to say at this point, borderline has guaranteed themselves staying up in the league, like a solid 10-point gap. That's all you really need. Moving on, we have Spurs Crystal Palace. Very, very good. Very good all around from Spurs. Don't still understand what the hell Zaha was doing or what he was thinking in that situation where he commits those fouls. It was absolutely childish. Those 2 yellow cards were just dumb more than anything else. Spurs on the flip side, clinical, good at creating chances all around, well played to them. I believe the XG was 2.8 to 0.8 to Spurs' favor. Doing fantastically well and playing very, very good football under Antonio Conte. It's going to be a really, really tight race for top 4, and at the moment, I am hedging the bets that Spurs is going to be the one to finish top 4 because they look really bloody good. Moving on, we have Norwich Arsenal. I say moving on way too often. Arsenal with a phenomenal result. I was so off. I thought Norwich would do something here, but no. Norwich and Martin Odegaard playing phenomenal football all around. All the kids got some goals. All the members of the front line got goals. It was just a great day out for Arsenal and their fans, showing some really, really good form. They do have a lot of games in hand against the teams around them, but they've won all those games. So I'll take the points instead of the games, obviously. It's a bit of a unique situation. They're only 6 points behind Chelsea. That's not that bad. You consider the fact that the losses against United and Everton were the ones that were really questionable. But all around, Arsenal, very, very impressed. No complaints at all. I think if they can keep this up, it's going to be interesting. The blockbuster game of the week was obviously City-Leicester. I'll be totally honest. I started watching this game like at the 40th minute, I think, where City was already 4-0 up. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I just had it on the background. I was watching the other games. And all of a sudden you see, all right, Maddison gets a goal. Okay, Iheanacho got a goal. Okay, another goal. What? 4-3? What just happened? And it was just one of those calamity games where the City obviously just took their foot off the gas and just lost focus. And then they conceded 3 goals. They're like, oh, maybe we should score again. And they went back up and scored again. 6-3. Phenomenal entertainment value, obviously. But City at the moment are just the best team in the league, by far. I don't think anybody really comes close to them. And these are the games that really show it. Leicester, manager might get sacked soon. Be very, very careful. Villa, Chelsea, 3-1 to Chelsea. I did watch this game. It was very, very good from Chelsea all around. Villa did have chances going forward. They tried to huff and puff a little bit. Not enough, really. It was just kind of lacking all around. The injuries and the congestion of their schedule is kind of piling up for everybody, but teams who have depth are able to handle it. Fantastic substitution halfway through by Thomas Tuchel by bringing on Lukaku. And what a goal. What phenomenally done from Lukaku. Generated pretty much 2 goals for them. Chelsea getting penalties left, right, and center. But to be fair, both penalties at Leeds, both penalties against Villa, they were penalties. I don't understand why people make up this argument about penalties. Oh yeah, he scores, but it's penalties. They fouled him in the box. It's rules of the game. So, moving on, we have... Brighton, Brentford. Brentford are just kind of, at the moment, just struggling with the lack of players. This was a really great result for Brighton, obviously. 3 months without a win in the league. A lot of draws in there, a few losses, but a very, very good result. What a goal, by the way. What an absolute amazing goal by Trossard and also by Neil Maupay. Phenomenal goals by them, all around good work. Brentford tried a lot, but it's just they're just not at the moment getting the grips with it. But I don't think they need to worry too much. I don't think Brentford are in any danger of relegation, in my opinion. I think they're clearly out of that relegation battle. So, and I think that's all they really care about. Staying in the league is all that matters for our team, for Brentford at the moment. And then we have today's game. Wow. The thing is, Newcastle are shit. Newcastle are just a shit team. They have the worst XG against and the second worst XG going ahead. All around, horrible team by every metric. Somehow, Manchester United comes to town, and every single team looks like prime Barcelona. And we don't know how to pass a ball. We don't know how to make a 5-yard pass. And it's just horrible given how many superstars are in this team. It's going to take time for Ragnick to be able to imbue his philosophy into the team, and I'm very curious to see what he has to say after the game. But, oh my God, was that horrible to watch. United could have won. Newcastle could have won. A draw is kind of fair, I guess. XG had it at like 1.7 to 1.2 to United. Whatever. I will now start doing the previews for the games tomorrow. Because we just have games every day pretty much. And yeah, let's just kind of go through them. Southampton, Tottenham. Both teams got a win this last weekend. Both teams have been playing pretty well, honestly, but I just don't see right now. I think Tottenham are going to just kind of keep going up and up in gear. Kane is slowly starting to gain some form, scoring some goals. Son got some goals. Lucas Moura is looking fantastic. And all around, I'm liking what I'm seeing from this Spurs side. There's a lot of positives going forward for them. I kind of just predict Spurs to keep moving on with that and getting a 2-1 win here. Southampton, they can surprise us, but not against Spurs, and not this way. I don't think so. Then we have Watford, West Ham. Watford didn't play this last weekend because of COVID. A few of the games have already been postponed because of COVID as well, at least 2 so far. We'll see if any more gets postponed. But Watford, West Ham needs a bounce back, man. West Ham really, really desperately needs a bounce back. 1 win in their last 5. It's not looking great. They need to kind of get back into the role of things as far as are we a top team? Are we actually trying to compete for Champions League spots? At the moment, I don't think they are good enough to get there. I just don't think that's the case. And the way the table's falling, I think they will finish 7th. And I think that's okay for them to be 7th. I think they'd be totally happy with that. But if they can maybe clinch a Europa League spot, I think they'd be ecstatic. And then we have, lost it. Palace, Norwich. Palace have been pretty mediocre over the last few games, honestly, as much as I praise them all the time. But draws against Southampton, loss against Spurs. They did beat Everton lately. Lost against United, but they play well. It's just the main thing with Palace is, what are they? Are they anything more than a mid-table squad? I think they're just a mid-table squad, and Conor Gallagher is absolutely dominating it for them and getting really, really good results. We'll see what happens when Eze comes back. They're not going to have Zaha today. Norwich, is there a great escape really happening there? I don't see it. Maybe some signings in January can assist with this, but at the moment, no, I don't see anything. I think Palace will win this 2-0, honestly. Pretty simple. The big game of the day is Leicester City Liverpool. Do we still consider Leicester a big team, like a big game at the moment? I mean, they played last week in the EFL Cup, and it was a blockbuster game, 3-3. But it was Leicester's first team against some first-team Liverpool players and teenagers, and it was still 3-3 at the end, and Liverpool won. You telling me Salah's going to play and Mane's going to play now, and Trent's going to play? I'm pretty sure Liverpool's going to win this pretty easily, and I think they're going to win it 4-5-0, to be completely honest with you, because Liverpool have looked really, really spicy the last few games that I've seen them. They struggled a little bit against Spurs, and they haven't played since then, and that was last weekend. But at the moment, I'm not really hedging my bets. Liverpool will win this game, and they will win it 3-0, I'm just going to go with. Chelsea-Brighton on Wednesday. It's going to be a good game. Brighton usually play football, so it'll be a positive game. It'll be front foot. And Chelsea with an in-form Lukaku is a different animal, man. We saw what Lukaku was able to do yesterday. Lukaku being on form and playing football, specifically that third goal, that is just classic Lukaku. That is like Everton Lukaku, Inter Lukaku. Getting the ball on the halfway line, bullying a defender, getting out of the way, driving with power, and drawing fouls, getting penalties. He would have scored if he hadn't been brought down. And if that is the Lukaku we start seeing, Chelsea, they're right back in the title race for me. Absolutely. They need wins. And Stamford Bridge is a hard place to go. Brighton will make it hard, though. 2-1 Chelsea. Brentford City. It is not an easy place to go to. Brentford is not a fun place to go to. City is just so disgustingly good right now. It's like I just don't see an avenue where they're not able to get a couple goals in. But Brentford are good value for scoring as well. They believe in themselves. They know what they're good at, and they know what they can do. My only wish for Brentford is I wish Tony would play a little bit higher up and less as a playmaker, because he's so good. Ivan Toney just has all the marks to be a top level striker in my eyes, and I hope he gets that opportunity very, very soon. But this game, at the moment, I just don't really see many opportunities for Brentford to win, because City just looks a little too dominant, in my opinion. They may shock us, but 4-2 Chelsea City, I think. I like goals. Everton, Newcastle. So this is an interesting one. I have not been loving Everton in the last few weeks. They did get a result against Chelsea, but did they? They shouldn't have gotten it. They lost against Palace. They beat Arsenal. Kind of. All their wins are like, did they? So Everton, both teams obviously desperate for a win. It's no question. Desperate for a win. They need a result. Newcastle, based off today's performance and what I saw today, absolutely. They can definitely hurt Everton. However, I also saw today Wilson get injured, St. Maximin get injured, and Schuff get injured. Don't know who Schuff is, but he got injured too. Everton's going to win, though. So, 1-0. Final game, United, Burnley. I don't know what to say, honestly. I don't know what to say. We know what Burnley's going to do. Burnley's not going to change. They're going to have two banks of four in front. They're going to put crosses in, and they're going to try and nick a goal. Other than that, they're going to be insanely defensive and put men behind the ball. And I don't think United are going to be able to break them down, to be completely honest with you. Based off what I saw today, we looked horrible. God, we looked bad. I did like the point in halftime where Ragnick's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Sorry. Monetization. Out the window. Not even monetization. But I just love the scene where he's like, whatever. 6 forwards on. Let's go play. 3-1-6. Bruno as the one. Great idea. Love it. Love it, Ralph. But I'll say 2-0 United because we do create enough chances to get a goal. And if we can get a goal, I mean, we can win. We can definitely beat Burnley, but I just have zero faith in this team at the moment, to be honest with you. And that's kind of going to wrap up the preview and review of the Premier League games. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me, and I'll be back on your screens tomorrow. Talk to you then.